Hi, Marie. Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you all. Thank you for joining us again. My name is Lauren. I'm the Assistant Director in the Alum Office. And with me, I have Professor Chamberlain with the Education Department. And she's going to get us started today for our third session of Reading with Wanda. Oh my goodness, do you have some math there? Some Valentine math.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you like math because this week's theme is math. And we have two education students at Randolph College who are going to read to you their favorite part of the story, Bedtime Math. And you are going to love it. Our friends are Miss Ryan, who is an English and education major, and Miss Sabrina, who is an early education elementary major. So let's see what the math is today. Introducing Ryan.
My name is Ryan Smith, and I'm an English and education major at Randolph. Some of my favorite things growing up to read was Junie B. Jones when I was really young, first and second grade. And then when I grew up a little more, I started reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, York Diaries, and Magic Treehouse, all awesome series to read. And some of my favorite things to read now is fiction books, fantasy, and autobiographies by different historical figures.
And now Miss Sabrina.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Johnson, and I'm a senior at Randolph College majoring in elementary education. A few of my favorite books growing up was the Harry Potter series and the Magic Treehouse series. Today, we have the opportunity to read Bedtime Math. We hope that you'll stick around with us for this opportunity because not only are there 3 different levels of math problems in each chapter, but it also makes math kid-friendly.
Teach Wanda math. How will we do that?
We'll begin by reading Hot, Hot, Hot. If you've ever been into one of those little green bits in a bowl of salsa, you can know how hot they will taste. Whoa, they are jalapenos, but they don't even come close to being the hottest peppers out there. The Scoville scale for the hottest runs from 0 in the millions, and on that scale, jalapenos rank only 3,500. Habanero peppers score 350,000, and some peppers actually crank 1 million. If you feel like your might explode, there's no end to the level of hot you can taste. Let's do some math. For the wee ones, if you've eaten 3 bites of jalapeno and you know you can eat 8 bites of them before you just can't take the heat anymore, how many more bites can you stand to eat? For the little ones, if the black pepper you sprinkle on the food along with the salt ranks just 2,500 for hotness, and the jalapeno scores a 3,500, how many more points hotter is the jalapeno? Plain ketchup. We've all struggled to get ketchup out of that glass bottle. That may be why the plastic ketchup squirt bottle was invented. Give it a big squeeze and you can squirt out a lot of ketchup really fast. When you do, you're packing a lot of tomatoes in that squirt. Just every cup of ketchup contains 14 cooked down tomatoes. Squirting ketchup is also more fun than throwing a tomato. While a tomato smacking into something might explode and make a mess, ketchup is already the mess. For the wee ones, if you squirt 3 squirts of ketchup on a hot dog and then 1 more squirt on your friend's head, how many squirts did you fire? For the little ones, if you line up some burgers and squirt ketchup on the first burger and then every 3rd burger after that, which burger in the lineup is the 4th burger to get squirted? Pop culture. Whether you make popcorn by heating kernels in an old-fashioned pan or by sticking the bag of them in the microwave, you get the same result. The kernels burst into white fluffs up to 16 times bigger and become something you can chew without breaking your teeth. The stuff really goes bonkers at the movie theater, where popcorn pops in giant glass boxes, piles up, and then turns toxic orange yellow, and the guy behind the counter adds the butter. But regardless of the color, when it comes to successful popcorn explosions, the bigger is the better. For the little ones, if you like eating popcorn by throwing it in the air and catching it in your mouth like a steel, and you toss 15 pieces but catch only 9 of them in your mouth, how many pieces end up in your hair and on the floor?
Okay, let's take a break and exercise with Wanda. All right, let's think of it like a mathematician and a scientist. Scientists and mathematicians collect and organize information. Whoops, we're on part 2, sorry.
Shaken bottle. If you ever open a warm soda, watch out, because it could bubble up and fizz all over you. That's because warm soda can hold air bubbles in the liquid as well as cold soda. You can cause even bigger fixation if you shake the soda really hard before opening it. The question is, can we do anything useful with that fizz? What if we could power our cars with shaking soda? Cars need a lot of fuel though. If you thought fighting over a soda with your brother or sister could get ugly, try duking it out with your SUV. Time for some math. If you have 10 cans of soda, but you've only kept 5 of them cold and left the rest sitting in the sun, how many sodas would explode when you open them? Sodas can power your car for 1 mile. How far can it drive on 4? Veggies at your store, though, are just normal sizes. In places like Alaska and northern Canada, where the summer sun shines for 16 hours every day, fresh vegetables grow to be enormous. Carrots can grow to 2 feet long, and squashes can weigh hundreds of pounds. The largest pumpkin ever grown tipped the scales at over 1,000. Taking one of those home from the grocery store has to be a challenge. Whatever you do, don't drop it on your foot. Now it's time for some math. If you have 4 giant squash and 5 giant pumpkins, how many enormous vegetables do you have? If each pumpkin weighs 1,000 pounds, your car weighs 4,500 pounds. How many whole pumpkins do you need to outweigh your car?
bensound.com.
Thank you for joining us for Reading with Wanda this week. I hope you enjoyed reading Bedtime Math, A Fun Excuse to Stay Awake. Sabrina and I only explored chapter 1 of this wonderful book, and there's still 4 more chapters to explore with your family or friends. Stay safe and see you behind the red brick wall. Bye!
Let's think like mathematicians and scientists. Scientists and mathematicians collect and organize information. After we have our meeting today, grab a ball and do some math. Teach Wanda math. Wanda has been on the courts here at Randolph College, and she wants to collect some information about bouncing balls, much like a scientist would. One way scientists do this is to use several tests of the same object or occurrence. To help Wanda do this scientific sample, do the following. For the wee ones, hold the ball straight out from your waist, drop it, count how many times it bounces before stopping. Record your bounces on a graph like this one. Repeat 10 times to see how many bounces occur for each drop. For the little ones, look at your results. Wanda wants to know, what do you notice about the results? What was the least number of bounces? What was the greatest? So our numbers range from blank to blank. What number falls in the middle of our range? What number of bounces happen most frequently? Look at the graph and tell Wanda, what could you say if someone asked us, about how many bounces can you get from dropping the ball? And for the big ones, try the same experiment with a variety of balls. Be safe. Thank you for joining.
And join us next week, February 23rd, Tuesday at 3:30, and we'll have our last of the series of Reading with Wanda. And I'll be sending you all today's link and that last slide we saw with the math exercise, so you can look at it closely and do it at home. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you next week. Bye.
Bye.